27 men, women, and children are killed in a mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. Could this have been prevented? Stay tuned and find out. Welcome back, everyone. I am Matt Larson, and at 9:30 a.m. today, Newtown, Connecticut time, there was a person who are they describing as a children's father, one of the students' father, walked into the school and started shooting. He ended up killing 18 students, so children, this was an elementary school, and 27 people total, including himself. Now, there's no reports out yet saying if the police shot him or if he turned the gun on himself, but they're saying that the person had two guns, one of them being a .223 caliber rifle. More than likely, that would have been an assault rifle or some type of high-accuracy target rifle. This definitely is a very tragic event, in my heart, and my deepest sympathy goes out to all the family and friends and just all the people that are being affected by this over in Newtown, Connecticut. I hope that you guys seek some type of comfort as soon as possible. The grieving process is a very long and hard one, especially for those that lost someone in this tragic event. But what we need to now realize that after this event took place is I believe, with this event, with a mass shooting going on in a elementary school, where this will hit the strongest of strings in people's hearts, because it's children, defenseless children, being murdered by people with guns. I believe that we will hear the loudest call for gun control in the history of guns. Mark my word, this will be Obama's and the left side's call to end all gun rights. Unfortunately, the people that are calling for this need to realize it's never going to happen, ever. People are not going to give up their guns. It's just not going to happen. I will not give up my guns. There's over 80 million gun owners in America. How many of those people do you think own multiple guns? I know I do. I know everyone that I know that owns a gun owns multiple guns. I don't know a single person that owns just one firearm. The amount of guns that are out there right now in the hands of bad people is scary to think about. But that is why the people that are good citizens like myself, like most law enforcement people out there, they need firearms to fight against these bad people that have firearms. Because as soon as that happens, when the general public, the law-abiding citizens, lose their right to defend themselves, it's game over. And we cannot depend on the police to come save us. Because when seconds count, the police are only minutes away. Now, could this shooting have been prevented? No, I do not believe it could have been totally prevented. Here's why. Unless you have somebody sitting at all doors at all times, sitting there watching and waiting for somebody to break in with a gun, and then they shoot that shooter before they can kill one innocent person, it's not very realistic that they're going to stop them. But I believe, just like how in many other of these mass shootings, it could have been much more controlled and the casualty number could have been a lot lower. Now, I'm not saying for every single person in a school to be carrying a gun. Definitely not. Especially if it's teachers that don't feel comfortable with firearms, they should be the last person with the firearm, because all they're going to be doing is giving that firearm to the bad person. If you are, say, a teacher that's an avid hunter, a sportsman, a target practice shooter who just likes to go to the range and shoot pistol or rifle, why not allow them to carry a firearm? In my school that I went to in junior high school and then in high school also, we had a policeman, a liaison officer, that was there at all times. One cop. For I believe we had upwards of 700 to 800 students just in the high school alone. It's hard to have just one person patrolling and keeping everyone safe. That's why I believe they should extend gun rights out to schools. Now, could you have some type of restrictions on who or what teacher or person in there can handle a firearm? Sure, definitely. I guarantee you that we would have teachers lining up for the very first test and drill to see if you qualify to keep a firearm with you at school. And you know what? I know of many parents that would love to know that their students or their kid's teacher is packing a firearm, because they will feel a little bit safer, because they know 9 out of 10, 9.99999 out of 10, that teacher will never even have to touch that firearm. But when it does happen and they do need to touch that firearm, that could be the difference in between life and death of 17 students and 8 faculty members plus the one shooter. This definitely could have been avoided to an extent. Could it have completely been thwarted? I don't think so. I don't think that they can. And I think that we need to start waking up the left, who's going to be calling for gun rights and gun control at a higher level of gun control and less gun rights. Because we're past that point where we're ever going to get guns off the street. That's just a fact. There's 80 million plus people out there that own firearms, and I guarantee you the majority of those people are not willingly going to walk up to a government building and turn over that firearm. It's just not going to happen. So I want to know, what do you guys think? Would you feel safer if you knew that teachers were allowed to carry a firearm in the school if they passed the background checks and all the other training needed to handle a firearm? Leave your answer in a text or video response down below. If you're new to my videos, I ask that you guys please click that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the current political news. As always, I'm Matt Larson. Go Ron Paul. Peace.